Hello, welcome back to ESP Playskool. Excited for you to join me. I'm Josi. You're welcome to like the video as always, or subscribe to my channel to not miss a new time to play. What you need for this module and this session today will be pretty simple. Some type of paper to draw on. Okay, it can be lined if you don't have something that is blank. It does not matter. And potentially for different kind of markers that have different tones. If you don't have that, pens, pencils. I'm also, just for the sake of the lesson, also pulling out my oil pastels. So if you do have crayons, different types of colored pencils or pastels, you're also welcome to bring those out, for we will be working with some color as well today. Okay. And then the main thing is, if you don't have it, you'll know that then just the additional work for our brains would be to be like, okay, this is blue, which might be, you know what I mean? Like you might just have to write down which line or which squiggle would be what color to connect with. And that's just a little extra work for the brain, but sometimes we like to effort there, right? So it's just dependent on where you are. Welcoming you all. Yay. So now I have like already something there, which is kind of fun. What do we think of when we receive the color blue? We might like naturally, um, feel something around that color. We might naturally feel and connect a word that's in our mind, right? Memory of what that shares with us. So you're welcome even here now to kind of go, oh, okay, blue. Now, naturally, what comes is, because I love nature, is like that. Yeah, it could be maybe sky, it could be maybe water. Oh, but then there's also like a whole bunch of different ways that we feel that when we share that we are blue. So maybe then just to jot down some of those. What ways do you feel when you share or feel blue? And then you can do the same thing with a new squiggle and maybe share red. Oh, that's like quite a bit of a squiggle. I hope you're able to see that. Red. And then maybe what would you connect to within your natural surroundings with that color? Okay. So I'm like, that takes me a little bit of more moment to think and squeeze my brain just a bit. Of going, oh, well, I know that there's like red rocks. I know that there's some types of, oh, yeah, like there's lava, right? There's those things that we might not always see that are deep in the earth that like might sometimes come out. So that's what's coming to my mind. You're welcome to share and know that everything is welcome here. Okay. And then similarly, when we feel red, what emotions arise? So we're starting to see that there might be some connections in memory to what we experience around us, and then also connections to how we feel. So if blue might be like all the emotions of water and the different types of turbulent waters and skies, potentially, right? That then maybe red, the exploration. Yes. Do you see? I don't want to fill in all the blanks for you. And then let's see, we're going to have a new squiggle. And then this one's a little bit lighter. Oh, this might even be thought of as like no color at all, maybe like a gray or that. But this is just going to be kind of like that devoid of color, maybe. What might be devoid of color? I naturally think of like the things that we can't see, like air. I know I'm breathing it in, but I know I'm not breathing in a tone. And I'm even looking outside my window right now, and there's like, oh yeah, like there's things in the air that might be moving and might be like uh, not seen, but they are a little bit, they're still there. Okay. So then from there, what potential, you know where we're going, what potential emotions might come up around that kind of no color, that gray space, the tones of like, right, that black and white, that in between space. Oh, look, I even saw that I have a hematite right in front of me. That's that kind of color. It's a bit of a darker gray. So I'm even seeing, oh, right. So some things that might even be devoid of color can be seen. These beautiful minerals that are, again, deep in the earth that sometimes might not be shown right up on the surface. Hmm. Okay. And so then you see when we start to have three things down, you might start to make some patterns with things. Our brains naturally enjoy making patterns. So, okay, you're like blue, water, red, this kind of lava and rocks. Oh, maybe that's fire. And then, ooh, great. I even wrote like air that came there. So it's like, oh, okay. So now we have a pattern. We're like, okay, so there's water, fire, air. Earth. Earth. So, what would then, let's see, what could we do for Earth? So, I found actually, funnily enough, because I'm working all in browns right now, but I found a different brown. That's kind of fun. And I just kind of wrote it like that because now my mind filled in the blank. It made a new understanding, a new connection. And so from there, I'm going to maybe then share what I feel or connect with Earth. So there's like the soil, uh, dirt, soil, dirt, anything else that comes out, just let yourself jot them down. And then, since we have this pattern of moving through the different feelings of each of these, might as well do that too. So, what emotions or what feelings come up when we connect to earth, connect to soil? Okay. And you might jot those down as well. Okay. So we have kind of a fun little play already of experiencing how what we information we carry within our mind is obviously connected to our feelings. So now I just invite you to make a new page. And now I'm not asking you all to be like incredible artists, but I think we can all draw an egg. And it can be, as big as you want it to be or as small. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm just going to make it just for ease of sight, right? Just making it, oh, look, it kind of looks like my head. Kind of fun. And I know in one of our classes, we're looking inside the head and like looking into the brain. So, those type of like doll houses, um, when you're maybe a child, or you might have seen like on a TV show or something, that like when they open, it's like you see this house, and then they open the house, and you're able to see like all like the floors and like the people moving in the house. It's so cool. So like there's so many different movies that have done that. So we're going to kind of do that a bit with like if we located the back of our head, right? And just were able to like open up that door, right? To see what's moving. What's moving? Oh, wait, but we're like, wait. Where was our information? Oh, yeah, here. So again, you're welcome to work with these markers and those things, or you could then get blue, red, some type of gray, and some type of brown. So just for fun, I'm going to find, I got a blue pastel. What did I share? Ooh, I like this color red. That's coming up. Okay. So there's blue tone, red. What did I share? Gray. Okay. And brown. Done. I think you can see what colors I enjoy drawing with now. It looks like even I have to just take a little time to get this ready because it's like right down to this step. Okay. So now we started with blue. So this is going to be the fun thing now with your brain. You'll have to be like, okay, I'm going to refer back to that. Am I using that tone? Am I using that kind of like squiggle that I described it? Now, okay, let me just locate the back of my head. And so we're just bringing our attention to that back. And if we just then just saw that open up and we took a peek in there, where is the water and the sky? And how are they moving? How does water move? We know that water move like there might be like swirls of water, kind of like water moving down the drain. So maybe we find some swirls and just know that there's no right wrong. Okay. So you can put those swirls wherever you wish to do. Okay. And this is going to be problematic. Sometimes our brain feels like, oh, am I doing something right or wrong? But it's just, okay, where do those swirls go today? Just think of that. Where did those swirls go today? Where did those swirls go just this hour? Just this moment, even. Give yourself permission to explore them. Okay. So I found some swirls. Where did your swirls go? And then we're like, how else do, there's sometimes like those bubbles, like bubbles and clouds, like, those things like, whoop, like, just like popping up. So where are some of those bubbles coming today? Okay. And as you find some of maybe those bubbles, oh, see, now you're starting to have fun. Where there's like that froth and that movement of waves and even the movement in clouds. Like some of us really like to cloud gaze or just watch the waves in the water. And so now we're just kind of going, oh, right. Okay, where do those movements go? And just allow yourself to explore. So as you see, I'm just exploring where those waves go. How are they shaped? How are they shaped? How are they moving? Where do they maybe pool? Where are there more still waters? Where is there froth bubbling up? And oh, this is the fun kind of thing, because then you might start to realize you're like, wait a second. They might feel like I want to draw outside the lines, and you're more than welcome to. So you're like, oh, okay, there's maybe some moving out too. Okay. Oh, but and maybe we want to make it look like a pretty picture by that time. So just allow yourself to explore where that blue goes. And you may start to feel some of the emotions as you draw these blues out. And we sometimes then feel so like it's not so necessary to articulate and like speak those emotions out, but just let yourself to feel them. Just let yourself feel them as you draw them. You don't have to like name each and every single one because they also might move with those movements that you are moving on paper. And when you feel done, you might go, okay, I'm going to have some water. My water is like a really, really big bottle. Mm. Oh, and I even dribble on the paper a bit. So dribbles allowed. Dribbles allowed, tears allowed even. We dribble, we tear, we sweat, right? When we feel. How's your breathing as we do this? How's your breathing? And then there'll be a time when, like, sometimes people love to wallow in those, like, certain emotions. And so we're just going to now switch colors, switch it up. We'll find the red. And red, we knew that could be like lava, things under the surface. Maybe it spouts up in the surface. Maybe you have like big, massive, like infernos right now. I don't know. You know. So see, where would you put the red and how would it look? Okay. And there's no, as you're realizing, there's no right or wrong. Like I'm showing you my picture, you're not showing me yours. So this is just your own fun exploration of what's in there. And it's not sharing that like fire is bad, right? We sometimes like connect fire to just like the emotions that might feel intense. But of course, there's also that we in the tarot deck, right? The wands, like the stuff that is fire is all about like passion and skill and like that inner like kind of motivation. So just acknowledge and honor that like where they may go it's okay, right? And how they may show up, like it's kind of neat. I'm finding like these little kind of like movements of it, but then also like little flames too, right? So just having fun kind of exploring where the flames and the fire and the lava goes. And that might have shifted feeling, right? There might have been some intense feelings that arose there, but with all that water that we carry, now we might just be like, oh, this is like giving some clarity here, but also there might be some rumbles in the belly. So, let's take a look, and we're going to mess up the order, and we're now going to go to brown and we're going to get into where is some soil and dirt and earth in our head. That's kind of weird to feel because we'd be like it's underneath our feet, but we're kind of like flipping things upside down by doing this and going, all oh, right, like where do we and just where do you wish to color that in? Okay. Like there might be areas and space that you just wish to like kind of color in some brown. And maybe it's just filling in some space. Maybe it's making a little dots or specks. Maybe it's, there's all different shapes that you can do. And again, as we know, it might like move out of the head. We can draw outside of this egg form too. Hmm. And what arises when you bring this brown in, bring this connection to earth in? Let yourself kind of like just take some additional breaths as you experience now these three. And sometimes experiencing three can make us feel very confused because our brains are used to like one or the other, like this kind of back and forth. So if you feel a little confused or if this is bringing up a lot, you can just like take a pause and pause the video and know you can always come back to these practices and see how they feel at different times of the day or on different days completely. Mm. And sometimes even when we bring in three things to explore, we might like you might want to rest. That's what I kind of shared, or you might want to explore more. And we know that there's like one more that we wrote down. So we're like, okay, we want to complete it. So let's get some gray. And this is kind of fun because gray can be all around us, right? Like it can also be in us. And I sometimes like, whenever I think of like our connection to air, right? It's like either that like smoke coming out or that air coming in, getting blown in. So it's like, first, let's just see like, where's our ears, and is the air going in or out right now? And you can just even like make that little kind of movements of it going in or out. And then, oh, but then we were like, oh, wait, it doesn't just go in through our ears, does it? It's not just like the steam coming out or like breaths and whispers coming in from our beautiful guardians. It's ah, like we have so many different porous places that air comes in again. So there's like the nose, there's the mouth, there's the pores of the skin. So now we know that we can allow that air to come in or out from anywhere. And maybe there's some places that it wishes to express itself in. And so just see how it shows up. Where it wishes to go. And I give you a little secret that breathing helps. Breathing helps. Breathing helps as we do this. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is such a, now we kind of start to like, four, it feels very steadfast. Like there's when we have four makes something different, right? It makes like some type of solid shape. And so we feel like, oh, okay, there's something established here. There's something established here. Ah, and so then we kind of can take a look back, right? We can like look and go, okay, whoa, that looks like really intense. Or we can look further back, right? And just kind of start to see how what is you're exploring within your mind today. Like, do I need to stop? You could even put this down, right? And like walk away, and then come back again. And maybe something new will share itself with you. So, this is sometimes when we have established something, we then might wish to like our I know, bring all these words down, right? And so I would suggest that if you wish to write, if you wish to journal about this experience, that's a great way of kind of processing what is coming up within your mind during this process. So, but to do that at a different time, like to give yourself pace and space between those ways, right? Of articulating what is like surfaced and that you now are processing or chewing on or digesting or discovering. And then, you find a different thing that you can then, write, as much as you need to express what arose in exploring what is currently in that head of yours that you just took a peek in. And there's no, as you see, this is not going, okay, this is now what you need to do with all of that information. We can, of course, like Google for our heart's content, right? And like make connections and more patterns and like more things and move into blah, 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 right? Like we can do that all the time. But I'm now going to ask you to draw one more thing before we go, okay? One more thing, because I can't leave you with all of this stuff. like just floating and moving and shifting and whoop, whoop around. Okay. So find, doesn't matter what color, and see your hand. We usually like draw the hand, right? Like so. So I'm going to ask you to just bring the fingers together. It doesn't have to be like squeezing them, right? You might want to like squeeze them at first, but it's just like a gentle connection, right? We're being gentle with our hand. And then just place it on the paper and let yourself trace that hand. Okay. Looks kind of like maybe it's like a little mountain or something. Ooh. And then some of us are going to be like, wait, I want to do the other one. Wait, I don't want to just have one. I like so then maybe you'll just go, okay, I'm going to like see if I can match up the fingertips and do the other one. Okay. And then just let yourself again trace that. It might not be like exact. Oh goodness, that's kind of fun. Okay. There we go. So we have this type of shape now. This shape now that is a really protective shape that can support us in cleansing and shifting things in the mind. It's even been shown as like a, protective sign, kind of like we see many of these types of signs. Mm-hmm. Symbols. So you might know that symbol, right? As, and it's been named many things, this hand, okay? And so we know that we have we have the power to say when things get too out of hand and what is moving through us to say stop. Mm. And so then how would we show stop? So sometimes there's like a circle, like a stop sign. Sometimes, so let's just see if I did a circle. If I did a circle on that hand, okay, that might be enough for you. That might be already feel like something is, whoa, something is starting to like stop in my mind. Like I'm not like following all following all the things moving in there. I found a place to like a focal point, even just by drawing it here. And then sometimes, uh, you know, we need like to open that focal point a bit more, just like how sometimes we share like opening our eyes, right? Oh, right. And then we look, oh, there's a circle right there. There's a circle right there. So, oh, maybe I just, wow. I just allow that point to open and something may clear. Mm. And then we like to, complete things. So we just like connect the dots or connect the lines. And then maybe over time, you wish to, articulate this in like, less of jagged lines, right? You're like, oh, okay, like I'll just do less jagged lines and I'll just make that outer outline a little stronger and clearer for my mind. Mm. Do I need to show that again? Mm. This kind of comes up in the tarot card that I was seeing because I'm kind of like having fun creating a deck of the Ace of Cups, that we have this ability to commence a new emotional journey anytime, anytime we so choose, for all those things that are moving through and pooled and sometimes even spilling out of our brains and our mind. We have the capacity to see, to experience them, to feel them, to breathe with them, just like we did today. And then at times to be like, okay, now, yeah, stop, halt, clear, whatever, what words come to you with this energy. You're welcome to share them in the comments if you wish. Naturally, I kind of like want to add color, because I know that there's still the beauty of the elements. And so then we kind of realized that even after this, um, even after this exploration and what we discover is there, what we uncover is there, and we're like navigating, how do we navigate with all of those different sensations that we carry? And so it's like, oh, but right, we already spoke of that: water, fire, air, earth. And so there's these four elements that literally we could just like, okay, I had a lot of fire in me, so maybe I can drink some more water, and maybe I can spend some time with earth. And I know that ways that we spend time with earth is like eat foods that grow from there. Mm. And then maybe, do you see? It's like it's seeing the ones, the elements that might support you to mediate, to balance, all those fun words that we like to use of what is moving through. I just had some fun. There we go. So, in review, we explored something that we can do. We can explore the sensations and the feelings that are connected. There's so much feeling that we carry within our brains. And when it feels like too much, we can then work with beautiful symbols that carry much, much, much to go, hey, we can just take a moment and bring awareness to one. We don't have to do it all at once. Hence why Playskool is done for today. And I look forward to connecting with you another day for another way we can explore what's moving through. So I put away my pastels. I'm now putting and stocking them away, the markers. Oh, and they don't even like go back in the right way, but that's okay. I thank you so much for joining me. You're welcome to subscribe. I'm Josi. You're welcome to share in the comments below what surfaced, and if you have certain things that you wish to express and connect about that you are comfortable in sharing in a public space. And until next time, I think I'm going to go now and wash my hands. I got really messy today. Thank you. Thank you for playing with me. Take care. Bye. And let's see. Now to stop, record. Beautiful. Here.